Lightning is both fourth and fifth state matter. Certain forms of plasma are emergence, and this emergence sometimes it combines with um, fourth state matter and third state matter. Meaning something like molten lava coming out of a volcano. Well, it's not solid, it's not liquid, it's plasma. And what it's emergence of a different matter. There's frictionless plasma, which is also fifth state matter due to the atomic and molecular recognition in the friction. In other words, it's kind of like why rubbing sticks together makes a fire. But it becomes from a solid to a gas. It undergoes a chemical change as it burns from a solid piece of wood and it becomes ash. All right, what was there is not there anymore. It became gas due to excessive friction. All right, that explains why fire creates a chemical change rather than a physical change. Because there's only two types. There's either chemical or physical, is the way I was taught. All right, now, is there a third type of change that we have not discovered yet? Well, if there is a third type of change, then we have not discovered yet, because we just now realize 5 states of matter. As mankind, we're still learning. There's something to learn every single day. And as we use this liquid in the lungs to treat our lungs and potentially cleanse them, and finishing it off with an analogic chamber, which is a fifth state matter frequency, is specified to allow your communication of your body and your cells to communicate very well with the correct type of cells, meaning your antibodies, your white blood cells, your whatever it is that you're emphasizing that would go to work. All right, so you smoke a lot of weed, you get a lot of hemoglobin in your body, and then you inhale the oxygen supplement liquid and with a helmet on, or however you do it. And then after you completed the treatment of the administering the antibiotic and the cleanser to the lungs using the oxygen supplement liquid, then you use the analogic chamber treatment. And this should cure just about anything related to a lung disease, including get the paint out of your lungs and the fiberglass pieces out of your lungs, which is what I'm going to do, which is what I would have already done if they hadn't been ripping me off in this hostile executive takeover. Okay? So I figure, alright, well, maybe I'll be able to do it, maybe I won't, I don't know. So if you're watching this and you're a doctor and you're sitting there wondering, okay, I got this patient, they got some really long problems from inhaling some stuff. Well, what is an analogic chamber that operates at frequency? How does it do this? It's a factor megahertz resonator. A factor megahertz resonator. It's basically what the pyramids are. It's just the pyramids are real big factor megahertz resonator. And how do we discover that? Alright, well, that was studied by the guys who went to Egypt and studied it. And they discovered, okay, it puts off a certain tone coming out the top of it, and it aims straight up into space. And what is this tone? Oh, I don't know if I should tell you that, but it is a fifth state matter effectiveness. It's already on the internet. I believe it was 25,000 is the frequency for that particular audible. But what it is a factor megahertz resonator. Alright, plain and simple. What it does is it aims a tone of a certain frequency. And how do we know frequency is effective to biocellular communications? Well, that's real simple. Power lines cause cancer. This is what brought me onto it. See, when I learned power lines cause cancer by flux frequency manipulation to the biocellular frequency effectiveness, that's when I figured it out. Hey man, if that can cause cancer, it can cure it. I figured it out right then, just didn't figure out how to do it yet. I thought, man, you can't you can't change all of the stuff. You just can't. What we gotta do is figure out the correct frequency and transform it, cycle it. Now, the current infrastructure plan is another few hundred years. What are y'all thinking? Huh? A few hundred more years to make an infrastructure plan happen? Huh? Well, yeah, okay. We got a bunch of illegal aliens in this country, don't we? They probably need jobs and want to become legal. Uh-huh. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking they might find minimum wage, which is a way for we the people to get labor at a cheaper price. Think about that. Alright, all they want to do is be legal. So, hey man, we got jobs in our infrastructure. They could help build our stuff and be legal and win minimum wage and save we the people some money. All we gotta do is properly train them. Now, are they willing to come to this country and do that? Okay, you take that wall. We got a satellite office right there, a passport satellite office. They're all coming through the gate. We know how they come through right then. Just hook them up. Wouldn't that be the smart thing to do? Have a satellite visa office. All right, you scan them. You get their fingerprints. You get their face point. You get their voice print. You can even get their friggin' DNA. So you want to be a citizen in this country and be legal. And you know, if you commit a crime, you're gone back to wherever it is you just came from, or punished in accordance to the laws of our country. In other words, if they want to allow, they being anybody in this country currently, I see it as we are under attack by communism, socialism. Yeah, they're the ones that are attacking us. And they did it in the form of a coup, and they're doing it in the form of a hostile executive takeover. And this is what's happening. This ain't a guess. You know, I ain't guessing maybe this is happening. This is the condition of fact and circumstance in which we are looking at. Alright, period. So, I figure, alright, now treating the lungs, how does this fit in? Oh, it's a new technology. Can you imagine, right now, treating lungs with an analogic chamber, what that's going to do to the medical industry? Huh? There went lung cancer. Okay, now we got all this taxes to tobacco that is supposed to be paying for the treatment of smokers. Now, it seems to me like the treatment of smokers, lungs are in there. Okay, now we got all this crazy tax on cigarettes. Where'd it go? What you doing with it? You claim you are putting that money to treatment of smokers. That's what you're claiming under the name of we the people. Now, either that's what you're actually doing with it, which means this video is very, very helpful, or you're full of it and you ain't nothing but embezzling, and that's all you're doing. You're acting like you putting money on treatment of smokers when you're putting it in your pocket. Where's that money going? There ain't no smokers been treated. I ain't heard of not one. Not one recorded cent of all that extra tobacco tax that's supposed to be going to treatment of smokers has actually went to the treatment of smokers. So that's what you're looking at right here now, as we are under attack by socialists with the form of a hostile executive takeover in Florida. Looks like a coup in Washington. And that's what we're looking at. These are the facts. We got a guy who's running under socialist Democrat, which there ain't no such thing. Alright, knowing good and well, the only way you're going to dissolve this country's constitution is with a war, and we're going to kill every damn one of you socialist bastards. Every last living one of you. Why? Because you ain't going to leave us no goddamn choice. Oops, sorry about the language again. So anyway, let's learn to treat lungs, huh? Thank you for watching.